Short 200 has officially tapped in with his opposition DNI Mike regarding the situation involving Drip City art, and this is what he had to say. He questioned who's really behind the scenes, trying to push this narrative and make art come off as something he wasn't known for in the past. According to Short 200, regardless of how things may stand now, they all come from a time where they used to see each other on buses and at the same parties, long before any of this funk even began. He went on to ask when art actually got involved in any of this, pointing out that now he's receiving messages from him as if there's supposed to be some established history or recognition there. From Short 200's perspective, it seems like someone may be attempting to manufacture an image or reputation that doesn't align with what people remember. He closed by stating that trying to build that kind of persona overnight, especially when the timeline doesn't reflect it, is something that simply isn't adding up to those who were around from the beginning. Even when two individuals are on opposite sides, that doesn't automatically mean there's zero communication or that they can't see eye to eye on certain things from time to time. Especially when it comes to authenticity. If somebody out here is putting on an image that doesn't line up with what people actually witnessed back in the day, sometimes it'll be the very same opposition who can cross-reference those memories. At the end of the day, if both parties were outside during the same era, riding the same buses, pulling up to the same functions, seeing who was really present when things were active, they can vouch for what was and wasn't going on, regardless of what they rep now. Being enemies doesn't erase shared history, and when a newer individual comes along, claiming deep involvement or trying to rewrite the timeline, that's when you might see rivals momentarily agree on one thing, calling out what they believe doesn't match up with reality. In this situation, it's being suggested from both sides that Drip City art wasn't active in the way he's portraying today, and that his involvement may be more recent than what's being implied. The narrative being pushed is that he's what some would call a 2015 jumper, someone who stepped into that role later on, rather than being around during the earlier days. And even though these sides are typically at odds for this brief moment, they're aligned in questioning the legitimacy of that portrayal based on their own recollection of who was actually there at the time. For In Your Business TV, this becomes less about alliances and more about how reputations are verified, because sometimes the same people who don't agree on anything else will agree when it comes to who was really present and who wasn't. Make sure you subscribe to In Your Business TV, where anyone can be a story.